Asante sana kwa majina, mimi naitwa Lo. Na nataka nianze na mambo ya chama cha ODM na by elections ambazo tuko nazo. Leo ni Wednesday na kesho ni Thursday. We are supposed to be doing by elections, and especially from Kasipul, Malava na Mbere especially. I want to say that Kasipul, for example, that is an orange region and that is an ODM area. Because when I talk about party politics, parties are formed so that parties can form governments. And you look at world over, there are regions that are specific for different parties. And that is why an area like Kasipul or Ugunja, for example, those are areas that must elect an ODM candidate. And I want everybody to take this to the bank. Kasipul and Ugunja and Magarini are going to go with ODM party. Mbere, for example, that one, I think if Kindiki has not planned himself well, if he loses, that is his game plan. And it is a test for him. If he loses that, then he's going to tell the president why he has lost that position. Because if that place is lost and Rigathi Gachagua and his team takes that position, then it is going to be a litmus test for him. That means he's not going to have the capacity to be the deputy president of this country. Number two, I want to disagree with those who are saying that Ruto's government has failed. And I would mention areas where Ruto has done something good that really confirms Ruto anafaa apewe 2 term. For example, on the sector of agriculture. Ukiangalia sahi na serikali ya Uhuru, Ruto sahi ana subsidize kitu inaitwa production. Kuna fertilizer inatolewa sahi kwa pesa ambayo wananchi wanaweza pata. There is what I call, for example, in the sugar belt areas. Today, those who are growing sugar, they have been given bonus. Agriculturalists are celebrating because the president has already given them something that they really need to get so that such things can grow them as a people. Number two, areas are being opened. There's infrastructure. Sasa ukiangalia kuna Mau Rironi Road ambayo inawekwa dual. Hiyo barabara ikitengenezwa, I want to tell you the people living in such areas are going to get market. Number three, if you go even to Tana River, for example, there's a bridge that has always been in Tana River for a very long time. No government, no Uhuru government, no Kibaki government saw it important so that wanaweza build your bridge. Alafu isaidie wanafunzi wapite your bridge, waende shule. So if a government can decide and do that for its people, it's going to benefit its people. Galana Gulalu, today there is harvesting that is taking place there. There is maize that is produced from that environment. So hii ukiona economy, ndio maana nasema Mheshimiwa John Mbadi has really done something good to this country. If you look at even the dollar, for example, against the shilling, it has stabilized. And nobody is talking about a poor economy in terms of what is our currency against the dollar. Number 4, ukiangalia sahi, kitu ambayo sasa Ruto anafaa afanye na serikali yake ni kupatia watu pesa kwa mfuko. Hiyo ndio kitu moja peke yake sahi imebaki. Sababu infrastructure, the president has done something good. About education, the president has done something good. About agriculture, the president has done something good. But most importantly, a party is formed so that parties can form government, and that is why I want to talk directly to ODM. Members of the party, which I happen to be. A party is formed so that that party can form government. ODM, for example, when it was being formed in the early days of 2005, it was formed so that that party could form government in 2007, but unfortunately it never formed government. So as we are talking today, ODM, like I always say, must make a decision to form a pre-election pact with UDA and government so that they can form government. After forming that government, that is when they're supposed to be giving resources back to its people. It's not just about being on the streets. Number 3, you look at all members of ODM all over Kenya, the only people who are complaining that ODM is supposed to leave government are those who are coming from the Luo land. Once you've left government, where do you want to take your people? Do you want to take your people back to the streets? The reason ODM went to form a working agreement with Ruto's government is because Raila knew that he wanted his people to be close to power. He wanted his people to also benefit from the resources that are in government. Because the Luo community, for example, they have been in opposition ever since, and they have suffered because of being in opposition. And even if you live alone fighting from the trenches, we can fight about economic, social justice by sitting down and deliberating issues. It's not a must that a people must fight for economy, for social injustice from the streets. These are issues that we can now talk about when we are seated, we are deliberating on these things as a people who really understand where they're supposed to be going to. Finally, as we move towards 2027, I want to ask our people and the youth of this country to re-strategize. We are not just going to talk here that 1 term or 2 term, but people must also take votes. So because Kenya is a democratic country, a country whereby people are supposed to vote to get leaders, not where people are just going to make noise that somebody must be a 2-term, somebody must be a 1-term. We must take votes so that we participate in elections. That is what we are going to confirm that we're real patriots of this country. Otherwise, thank you very much.